welcome back to my kitchen. Let's go ahead and make our breakfast, lunch, and dinner. These are all nutrient-dense, high-fat, low-calorie recipes that will support my journey over these next couple days. Obviously, this is not all I'm eating this week, but these are like the three main components, and then I will build some snacks and things to support my lifestyle around that. But these are the main three things I'm gonna be eating over the next couple days. Let's get into it. So for this week, I had chia pudding most of the days. I already had it about 4 days, so I only needed one more here. So feel free to make several days in a row all at once, and that way you have 4 days in a row of breakfast that you don't have to think about. I have half a cup of almond milk, 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. Sometimes I keep it just like that, and sometimes I add the cacao. Cacao is the rawest form of the cocoa bean, so it is different than cocoa powder. If you don't like bitter chocolate or unsweetened chocolate, you probably won't like it. So you can leave that out. That's just completely optional. I love dark chocolate, so I'm adding it. Add a little bit of salt and a little bit of stevia. You can also add ashwagandha if you want, or don't have to do it either. It is a really strong herb that can help with your cortisol levels. But if you're taking any other kind of medications, make sure to talk to your doctor before starting to add that into your diet. Now I'm just going to give this a really, really good stir and then set it to the side for about 15 minutes. That'll help those little chia seeds start to get gelatinous and thicker, so that whatever toppings you want to add to it don't sink straight to the bottom. You don't have to do that, but I chose to. I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of pecans this day, and then also some coconut, just unsweetened coconut. But I like to add collagen into my chia seed mixture. I don't like this vanilla collagen that much. I'd rather just use an unflavored collagen and add my own stevia and vanilla. But I have it, so I'm going to use it up till it's gone because I'm cheap and groceries are expensive. So I'm going to go ahead and add my pecans and my coconut. And this is a simple, easy breakfast ready to go that I don't have to think about. Let's make some chicken enchilada soup. I have 2 tablespoons of avocado oil and 2 chicken breasts in my Instant Pot. I'm just going to top it with however the heck much you want of salt and pepper. I'm going to add half of a large onion, 1 red bell pepper. I just did the frozen garlic because I wanted to cheat a little bit today. I worked out my arms yesterday and my forearms are killing me. I did not want to chop any garlic. So I'm putting 2 teaspoons of garlic and then about 2 tablespoons of cilantro. I will link a recipe below, and then I will tell you the alterations I made in the description box as well. I always want to give people credit for their hard work. Then we have our seasonings. I have a tablespoon of chili powder, a teaspoon of smoked paprika, a teaspoon of cumin, 1.5 teaspoons of Mexican oregano, and 2 teaspoons of coconut flour. That's just going to help thicken up the broth. This is a dairy-free, gluten-free recipe. 1 cup of chicken bone broth, a 15-ounce can of petite diced tomatoes, 1 can of full-fat unsweetened coconut milk. I just like soup for lunch. It warms up so easy. It's ready within a minute and a half of deciding you're hungry. You don't have to worry about weird chicken taste. And then I'm adding to the recipe a full bag of frozen cauliflower. They're a little large, but once they're cooked, I can easily break them apart. This is just helping me get more cruciferous vegetables, which helps your liver in its process of trying to get rid of any kind of excess hormones you might have. So cruciferous vegetables, great. And I can tolerate cauliflower better than I can tolerate things like cabbage, apparently. All right, and that's all I'm gonna do for now. I'm gonna put this on for 12 minutes and then shred my chicken. I just manually released it. Dish out those chicken breasts. Oh. Give these a little shred. I have that chicken that I just took out and shredded, but while I have a moment, I'm gonna just take that cauliflower in my fork and just smash it against the side to break it up. With me using frozen cauliflower, some of them are really large, but they break up so easily once they're cooked. Perfect. I'm so happy this is not chicken thighs after eating chicken thighs twice a day for a whole week. I'm a breast kind of girl, what can I say? I'm gonna stir this in, and then I'm gonna check my seasonings, make sure I like the amount of salt and stuff that is in it. Just a tiny little bit. A little more pepper because it just feels wrong to add salt, not pepper. All right, that's delicious. Let's get this packaged away for lunches. Now I want to add a whole half of an avocado to each serving. One avocado is perfect today, so I'm going to go ahead and put it on mine that I'm about to eat, plus the one I'm going to eat tomorrow. Now, if you like cilantro, feel free to top with cilantro. I also have lime wedges that I'm going to top with. I want to weigh out how much avocado I'm using for my Fitness Pal. I use the premium version of my Fitness Pal, just in case anyone was wondering. I switch this to grams and zero it out. 48 grams. Oh, let me get a little more. 51 grams. 52 grams. Tell me I didn't cut that avocado in half. Heck yeah. So what I like to do to keep my avocado from going brown, just get a good amount of lime on it, which I was gonna top this with lime anyway. I cut this lime so weird. I can tell I was not paying attention. Like, why did I cut it into the tiniest little wedges? Put the lime on it. So that's flavoring our soup, making it delicious, but the acid also helps the avocado from browning. But another thing that makes avocado brown is oxygen. So if you kind of push it down into the broth, it's gonna have a lot less oxidation. And that should keep you for, you know, a day or two. I kept a soup like 5 days with the avocado still stayed green by doing it that way. So that is for tomorrow. And this is for right now. I'm gonna go eat this and enjoy. It smells so good. These are the kind of flavors that make my heart happy. I'm from Texas, so having these kind of Latin and Tex-Mex flavors are the flavors that make me feel like home. So I just prefer them. It makes me happy. I like Asian flavors like I was eating last week, but I don't love them. So eating them all week long was a struggle. But this is a joy. I wanted to show you 3 days later what the avocado looked like when I was eating it. Warms up beautifully, and then obviously bright green and beautiful, no problems with the avocado doing it that way. Now for dinner, I had some hemp seed crusted chicken strips. So we're gonna take some hemp seed and some almond flour as our base. This keeps it gluten-free, but it also adds really great omega-3 fatty acids, which a lot of us are deficient in. So definitely try this recipe. I will say I liked the way it tasted the night of, like fresh, but I did not like the way it tasted warmed up. So this is definitely one of those things I'm gonna just make what I need on the day of. I added garlic, smoked paprika, salt, pepper, and a little bit of cayenne and mix it all up. And then in the next container, we're gonna add 2 eggs. You probably could do 1 egg, honestly, depending on how much chicken you're doing, because I had a lot of the egg left over. So we don't want to waste these expensive eggs. So try 1 and then add another one if you need it. Then we're just going to cut our chicken breast into strips, or you can buy the chicken tenderloins already that way if you'd like. Then you're just going to take your chicken, dip it in the egg, drop it into your seed mixture, and then switch to your other hand. And then using one hand with the wet mixture, one hand with the dry mixture, this is going to keep you from getting those like really large Frankenstein looking fingertips. You know what I'm talking about. So this is a way to help mitigate that a bit. So you're just going to do this until all your chicken is done. I did start running low on the seeds by the end. So my daughter, thankfully, she really likes lemon pepper chicken, so hers just got lemon pepper. But just keep that in mind. I think I was packing it on a little too excessively at the beginning. So once you get all of your chicken done, I'm just going to give it a little coat of olive oil or avocado oil on top just to help get it a little crispy. And then you're going to bake these at 400 for 15 to 20 minutes, just depending on how thick your chicken is. Now we're moving on to the side, which are these carrot french fries with a sriracha mayo. Oh my gosh, these are so freaking good. I cannot wait to eat these again. I cut my carrots in half, and then I cut each half into fourths, so in eighths essentially. But, you know, do it however thick you would like. If you have really big carrots, you might need to cut the larger, thicker part more to get them about the same size. I did wash all these carrots really well when I brought them home from the grocery store, so I'm leaving the skin on because it's already been thoroughly washed. But if you'd rather just take the skin off and cut them, you can do that as well. So into this bowl, I'm going to add some arrowroot starch. This keeps it gluten-free as well. You can also use cornstarch if you'd like, if you're not going grain-free. Then we're going to add a little bit of that smoked paprika, garlic, salt, and pepper. So I'll have the same seasonings we used for the chicken, so they're already out. How convenient. Then we're going to give these a little toss and then add some oil. I'm using avocado oil, and I'm just going to eyeball about a tablespoon and then toss them again. And these are going to go into the air fryer. These will cook at 390 for 15 to 20 minutes, making sure you shake a couple times in the cooking process. While that's on, we're going to go ahead and make that sriracha mayo. So for the chicken strips, I'm going to use that primal ketchup, but for the carrots, we're going to use this sriracha mayo. I love mayonnaise, flavored sauces like aiolis and things like that, so I thought I'd give it a try. So you're going to do this completely by taste. I used 1/4 of a cup of mayo and added 1 tablespoon of sriracha, and it was so good. This is a sleeper. Like, you wouldn't think adding 2 ingredients together can be a game changer, but I'm telling you, when you dip those fries into this sriracha mayo, it just takes it to a whole new level. I also steamed a bag of broccoli in the microwave, which I don't normally like doing, but honestly, I forgot I was going to do it because normally I do it in my air fryer because I feel like steamed broccoli is way too wet. But this was dinner, and it was fantastic. I was going to show you another dinner, but it was disgusting. So I am not sharing that horrible chicken broccoli Alfredo casserole from Downshiftology. Sorry, I love her and most of her recipes, but literally my husband, my daughter, and me, none of us ate it. It was gross. So enjoy these recipes.